This is actually jasmine tea, which is kind of cool. Yo, what it is, friends? This is Entry Level Boss, and I am Alexa, and I am the host of this show, and it's sort of like a professional education movement for the quarter life crisis crowd and for anybody else who needs this advice. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. I've gotten these two questions in the last couple weeks. What kind of social media presence are employers looking for? Second question, should I start my cover letter with dear or hey or to whom it may concern? Right, so I'm just going to completely reverse engineer those questions because both of them are talking to the same point, which is that like the employer is some big scary like old man sitting in an office and he's the one that you're trying to impress, and this is entirely wrong. So what I'm going to do is talk to you really quickly about two different companies in the tech world that are kind of turning hiring on its head. Basically, the gist of it is this. If you're applying to a company that's definitely over like 80 or 90 people big, and probably even starting even lower than that, maybe 40 or 50 people, the person you're really trying to impress is someone like me. You're trying to impress a junior level recruiter who's probably between 24 and 29, most likely female. That's like the classic demographic for junior level recruiters right now. And while all my experience comes from the tech world, I'm gonna do that arrogant thing where I tell you that this is the trend that's happening in our space, and I think it's really going to just start being more and more prevalent in other industries. So without further ado, Buffer. The first company I want to talk to you about is Buffer, and they are a social media scheduling tool, sort of like Hootsuite, if you've heard of them. Marketers use them. I use them sometimes in my own work. And if you go and check out their blog and their like hiring jobs section, which I'm going to link to down there, you'll see that they're 100% transparent about all of their salaries, which is pretty crazy. They let you work 100% remotely, and they kind of have this checklist of things that are really specific and a little bit different from like, you're a go-getter and you're a team player, which are just buzzwords that don't mean anything. So I suggest you go check them out to see kind of what this new age hiring process is looking like, and also read their blog, which has some really, really cool thoughts on company culture. Crew. Awesome. And the second company I didn't even know about until over the weekend. I read posts on Medium a lot, which again I will like link to down there. And so I got the Daily Digest in my email, and I got this post, which again I'm going to link to, and it's called "Why I Didn't Read Your Resume," and it's by the CEO of this company called Crew. Website is pickcrew.com, and they're like an online marketplace that connects contract developers with people who need to have an app built and stuff like that. And so they've done away with resumes entirely. But what's awesome is he's really talking about like speak to recruiters as if they're human. Oh my God, of course you need to have your spelling correct and all of this. But if you go and read all the way down to the bottom of that article, you'll see that he shows actual emails from actual people that he really hired. And the one thing that they all have is personality. They have personality, they're confident in their own work, and more importantly, they want to work with a really smart team, and they're showing that in a very succinct email format. In episode 1 of Entry Level Boss, I talked about keeping your emails around 150 words. I would say that these emails are actually a little bit longer than that. I think they could have been that much shorter, but it doesn't really matter because this guy hired them anyways. So just go ahead and go read that article and let me know what questions come up for you around it, because I really, 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 really think that this is where hiring is going. It's where hiring is going, and you need to be on board with it, and you need to, not be afraid to like break the rules that you were taught, because all those rules exist from like the pre-internet era, and they're not applicable anymore. And so don't even don't even consider writing your cover letter as an attachment. Again, we'll talk about that in another episode. Any questions? Okay, so go check out Buffer, go check out Crew, let me know what you think, write it in the comments, send me an email. Like I said, any of the questions that come up for you, as you know, you can use the hashtag entrylevelboss on Twitter or on Instagram, or you can send any of your questions at any time to hello@alexashone.com, and I will get them in the queue and we'll answer them in an episode. So cool. Thanks so much for stopping by. Okay, hi, real quick. If you like this video, you can subscribe. Also, you can go over to alexashone.com and sign up for the email list, or tweet me on Twitter, because that's where my universe happens. Yeah, cool. See you guys soon. Thanks.